3, 2, 1.
Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular, mystery reading number 1111. My name is Elizabeth, and before getting into this reading, if you are a recurring viewer, you enjoy my work and you would like to help support it, feel free to do so by sticking around and hitting that subscribe button down below and ringing the notification bell next to it if you feel called to. And if you do feel called to subscribe and stick around, welcome. My current goal is 300 subscribers at this time, so thank you very much for your support as well as your presence during this reading. So the number on this video is pretty interesting in my opinion, because usually whenever we communicate through numbers, we're looking for things like 111, 222, 333, that kind of thing. And so maybe you have been seeing the number 111, 1111 for, before you started watching this reading, or maybe even the number 1111. Is there some sort of wish that you have, that you made? Just give me 1 second here. Music was a little bit loud. I need some water too. So, the number 1 for me is about having trust and faith in yourself, your intuition, your strength, what you know, and what you are capable of. Whenever I was first communicating with numbers, with the universe, for the number 1, it was about alignment, to becoming one. There could be something here about you being on the right path. Like a path that's actually meant for you. A path that you deserve. And just aligns with you. The idea of two becoming one, two things coming together to create one thing, it makes me think of the different sides of yourself. To put it the most vague way, I suppose, is the light side of yourself, your optimism, your hope, your strengths, and the dark side. What makes you feel pessimistic, hopeless, weak. And there could be something here about not just seeing yourself as light and strength, or just darkness and weakness, but rather a mix of both. We all have things about us individually that make us strong and weak. We have, our own combination of strengths and weaknesses, of light and dark. And I feel like when we will let one overpower the other, we start to become less like ourselves and more like someone that we want to be perceived as, someone that we're really not. I haven't thought about that interpretation of the number 1 for a very long time. Two becoming one, two things coming together. My interpretation lately, as I said, has been trusting and believing in your yourself, your intuition, and your strength. So pay attention to what your inner voice is trying to tell you, your inner compass, and believe in yourself. I really do think believing in yourself is, its power is really underestimated. Because I think, we're capable of anything that we believe ourselves to be able to do. So if you believe that you can do everything, you can do everything. If you believe that you can't do anything, you can't do anything. Our minds can really be something that hinders us and holds us back, or propels us into who we truly are and where we're truly meant to be in life, or where we truly deserve to be in life, rather, because I believe we're always where we're meant to be, but we're not always where we deserve to be. And I think we should have both. But adding up these numbers, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 4. And the number 4 is about stability. It's connected to your ancestors. So, however you are trying to create more stability for yourself, within yourself, outside of yourself, in your reality, trust in what you feel called to do and believe in your ability to do it. Your ancestors are very much present with you. I want to say forever and always. Anytime that you feel like you need more comfort or protection in your life, I encourage you to communicate with them. And I mean like past loved ones. It could be loved ones in this life that are still living. But ancestors are definitely present, and they do want to support you. They would love to help you and show you more love and help you see how protected you truly are. You don't have to do this all alone. It's not even just your ancestors that are present. They're just making their presence known. We all have, I guess you'd call it like a team of spirit guides. And it's more than just our ancestors. So, I just feel like it's so important to connect with the other side. Your soul, the soul of others. Because I think that it makes it a whole lot easier to maintain the trust and faith that you need within yourself and for the universe. I also think it's kind of cool too, because if you do it long enough, you start to see some pretty crazy things. It's so interesting because you have to start, when it comes to faith, in my opinion, at least, spiritual mysticism, you have to start with having trust and faith. And then, over time, that trust and that faith will only be reinforced by experiences, weird coincidences, weird messages, and stuff like that. So, if you are curious about spiritual things, I personally think you're on the right track. And there's nothing wrong with exploring a little bit. So this reading is going to be pretty simple today, which I think is interesting because the 1111 that was simpler than usual. But I wanted to, make the reading simpler today because I have to make it shorter because it is a business day for me, and I'm trying to, I like recording videos, like doing one video a day. I like recording and editing them like once daily. I'm trying to make that work while also trying to run a business at the same time. So expect shorter readings around this time of the week, or this day of the week. But the deck that I just picked up off the table is the Secrets of Tarot deck. You just saw the number 111 in the timer. As we already said, the number 1 is about trusting and believing in yourself, and that message is just being reinforced here. And whenever I was going to say the secrets of tarot, I wanted to say the Ancestor Spirit Oracle. I think we'll start with one of those, and then I will do 2 of the secrets of tarot cards. So, not as simple as I thought it was going to be, but I think the reading will still be simple. This is the Ancestor Spirit Oracle. I'm just going to draw out one of these. Seems like your ancestors in particular have something that they want to say or they want to talk about before I get into the tarot. Isn't this just a nice little message here? It says, laugh and have fun. Smile, positive energy, joyfulness. Is there something that you're taking too seriously? Are you putting too much on your plate? And you could give yourself more time to have fun? I felt connected to the word or the phrase tempo libero, which means free time in Italian. So it does feel like your ancestors are encouraging you to give yourself more free time, to relax, or to have fun. Yeah, it's a pretty simple message there. Let's go ahead and move into these tarot cards now, and hopefully we can get a lot more detail just out of a couple of cards, to see what exactly, more specifically, what needs to be talked about. Well, it makes sense why the ancestors are making their presence pretty known. We have the Four of Wands in reverse. And upright, there are so many things written on this card as there are in this deck in general. It says community, harmony, happy, home, peace. For some reason, I'm feeling connected to Home Depot. I don't know if there's a Home Depot, locations around the world, but if you're from the United States, you know what I'm talking about. Family, celebration, stable, apply, form. We have the zodiac signs of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, the element of fire. And the artist of this deck wrote, happy home, possible country setting. And this card was in reverse. So it does bring this feeling of instability, maybe a little bit of anxiety. And as I already said, the number 4 is connected to ancestors and stability. It's actually kind of crazy how obvious the messages are here, because as I said with the 111, when you add it together you get the number 4 too. So there's clearly something going on at home or at work, or just something that has to do with your sense of stability and security. Maybe this is what needs to be taken less seriously. Of course, it's okay to worry about it. You're human. But don't dwell on it. It's kind of the message that I'm getting. You can be serious, but you can also have fun. The next card is the Fool, the zodiac sign of Libra. Might be significant. I'm actually feeling connected to the word libro, which means book in Italian. So your ancestors are pointing to some sort of book. Do you like to read? Or maybe you can spend more of your free time reading, or maybe there's a specific book you read that is standing out here. Maybe there's a message with that book or something. But the Fool card says cycles, journey, new, innocence. Well, that's what I wrote. And the artist wrote good friends, happiness, needing to take a giant leap forward. And the Fool here is a major arcana. I'm also feeling connected to the Empress card, which is also a major arcana. And the Empress is somebody who regardless of gender, it's somebody who knows how to take care of themselves emotionally. So maybe there really is something here that you could work through that is taking a toll on you psychologically or spiritually. The Fool represents a big new beginning. And it definitely feels like a positive change, that's for sure. Perhaps there could be an opportunity now or in the future to create more stability, security, safety in your life. Someone here could really be experiencing some good luck now, so if you're not dwelling on your home life, it's because it's whatever has been bothering you is about to be over. Or another message is maybe you're still dealing with the instability at home, but you might be presented with an opportunity to help you focus less on deal with it. I mean, this laugh and have fun, there's definitely something to be happy about. Whether it's you give yourself more free time or there's an opportunity coming up for you, your ancestors are really, really encouraging you to move forward with hope and faith and trust, both in yourself and in the universe. Trust that you are where you are who you are at this time for a reason. If you don't understand what that reason is, I like to see, there's 3 potential reasons why. You haven't sought out that reason within yourself. The universe has not presented that reason to you yet. Or it's a reason that you get to decide for yourself. You get to define what all of this means. So, overall, this reading has been very interesting in my opinion. It feels a little bit different than usual, but that's probably because it's a little more simpler than usual. But yeah, very powerful messages to have trust, have faith. Don't worry too much about the instability. And never be afraid to reach out to your ancestors or your spirit guides in general to communicate for support. Don't feel guilty for watching readings on the internet when you feel like you need to. Just, really, really, really use your judgment when you do that. And, I just feel like no matter where you are, what's going on, there's something to look forward to, and you should pay attention to that.